Those of you who lost a significant amount of weight, what was that defining moment for you that made you decide to buckle down and make it happen? I was already planning on a New Year's resolution, but my best friend had a heart attack at Christmas dinner in front of his kids and me. I had to bury my friend right before the new year, down 35 pounds so far this year. My now ex called me a fat slob and told me I'd ever get anyone better. He's now fat and I'm skinnier than I was in high school. Kicking my fiancée out of my house to send her to rehab days before quarantine began. She was admitted the day the world shut down March 16 and I was stuck in Colorado stewing in my trauma and grief and anger. I knew it was now or never to finally get shit right. In 2015, I topped out at 240 pounds, down to about 210 in March 2020, the down to 181 in the summer, and down to 106 October 2020. That's about where I am today and I am in the best shape of my life. She succumbed to her addiction last year, even more incentive for me to maintain this active and healthy lifestyle. If you haven't started yet, stop saying one day and instead make it day one. Today, you got this. I complained that I was fat and my colleague said, in a very interested, curious tone, "What are you going to do about it?" And I realized that I did need to do something about it, or else I needed to shut up, and that I could do something about it. So I did. My husband died and I couldn't eat normally for 6 months. He did most of the cooking, it was his passion. Nothing tasted right after that. I lost over 30 pounds, dropped me to 110 pounds and am 57. Looked and felt horrible. I don't recommend the widow diet. 0 stars. My first work trip, I had to stand all day. At the end of the day my back hurt a lot, and my foot was swollen. I took a photo, and when I saw myself I was shocked. By my size I didn't think I was so big. In August it will be 10 years that I decided to lose weight. It took me a year to lose everything. I had tried a few times, but I would fail as I kept feeling like I was starving. I knew what protein was, but I didn't realize it was the main reason I would feel hungry. Once I figured out a few high-protein snacks, I was able to get my carbs and fats under control and got a good 33 balance across all three. After about 2 weeks I had a good momentum going. I would say the worst part about losing weight is it's boring. I wouldn't have been able to do it without a routine and a couple good TV shows. I told a 6-year-old I was fat because that's where I hid all of my secrets. She told me I needed fewer secrets. Damn, there's some heavy shit. I don't have that kind of story. For me, I was watching the World Cup with some friends and our GFS spouses. We decided to play soccer afterwards and we all lasted like 15 minutes. Wife and I and a couple others decided this was unacceptable and signed up for a half marathon scheduled a few months down the road. That was the start of losing about 50 pounds. Quit smoking too. When I got sick and tired of being around people that are fit and in shape and love their bodies, and I look in the mirror and can't stand to see myself naked. When I realized, if they can do it then so can I. Basically I got sick of my own bullshit. Pre-diabetes and a conversation with my doctor that helped me snap out of my bad habits. Age I realized that I was moving slower, things that shouldn't hurt were hurting, and tasks I could easily do were getting harder. My mom dying from heart failure after I watched her in denial for years, refusing to take medication, always saying she could tackle things naturally. Now I'm gonna tackle things naturally while I'm still young and have time. Want to keep playing sports at a decent level in my mid-30s. Knees don't like me being heavy. Nothing. I wish I could take credit for it, but one day I realized I was less hungry than before. I was kind of alarmed when I started dropping weight because I thought I was sick, but my doctor said I'm doing just fine. Not fitting into my clothes that were already a size bigger than I wanted to be in. Maybe I'm stingy or just really cheap, but I did not want to have to buy a new wardrobe. In my 60s I volunteered for our volunteer fire department. I hit the gym and lost about 15 pounds and had great muscles. I was proud of myself. Going through a hard breakup, still in process of losing more. Man, a lot of these comments are more depressing than I was expecting.